Hey, Conor here. Welcome to Neversink Farm, and I want to talk about watering an entire field. Now, that's a problem we had when we started. We have this field which is like half an acre, and how do we water the whole thing? Well, you can break it into kind of down to two things. One is the water source, right? Your well, your gravity-fed system, whatever it is. And then your delivery system, which is drip or sprinklers, what have you. And so we started with drip, and it's very inexpensive, but it's a lot of setup, a lot of takedown, a lot of problems. It can get broken, especially the cheaper stuff. Can get holes in it all the time, and it delivers water very slowly. But if you have a water source that is very low pressure or has very little water, which is measured as gallons per minute, what would be low? Well, anything under like 10 gallons a minute would be pretty low for farming, right? In someone's house, that's fine. That's going to run a shower, and it's going to, you'll be able to use the sink and the washing machine and toilet and what have you. It's not a problem. But for operation of watering a half an acre field or something, then it's going to be pretty low. And in that case, you're better off with drip, because drip is low pressure and sort of low flow. And you're just going to have to experiment with how many drip lines you can keep on. And I always recommend that you section it, right? So, if you want to split it into 8 different sections so that you can turn on, you're not trying to water the whole field, because you may not have enough water to get to the end of drip lines. And you want everything to water evenly. That's really important, even watering. So section it up so that you can turn on sections, and you'll be able to see how many sections you can turn on. But better than drip is doing sprinklers, right? Because you only need, let's say it's 30 feet by 100 feet, you only need 4 sprinklers for that. But with sprinklers, you need a lot more water, which means your source has to produce more water. So your gallons per minute have to be higher, because each one of these is going to take about 2.5 gallons per minute. So by the time you get to 4, that's 10. If you only have 10, it's probably not going to work, because you're going to lose a little bit of friction. You're going to lose it in the size of your pipe. And if anyone turns on anything else, is washing vegetables or turning on drip in a hoop house, right, these things are going to not. And you want to watch the Are My Wobblers working video, because that'll tell you whether you're getting full pressure and full 2.5 gallons per minute at your wobbler. But they won't water evenly, and they won't work very well if they're not getting that amount of water. I mean, 2.5 gallons isn't a lot, but once you add them up, it's a lot. So if you want to do the whole field, which you're talking about, maybe 40 sprinklers, you can do 2.5 gallons times 40, right? Where you're looking at like 100 gallons per minute to do the whole field at one time. I don't do the whole field at one time, but I do at least a couple, 2, 3, 4 sections at a time, which that's going to come out to about 20, 25 gallons a minute. And my well is about 70, 80 gallons a minute. So I can water the field and I can do the wash station all at the same time. But that's, farm level well, which is going to be certainly above 10 gallons per minute, but, in the neighborhood of 20 gallons per minute, 30 gallons per minute, or even higher, to be able to water the whole field at once. But if you want to just do it by sections with sprinklers, above 10 gallons per minute, you definitely want, 15 or higher, I'd say, to do it, well. But the sprinklers, I feel, always better than the drip. It just works in more circumstances, like immediately after transplanting or direct seeding, those situations, and watering really, really fast. It just works in more diverse situations so that you can do it with just this. When drip, you can't really work with just drip, because if you seed carrots, the drip is not going to germinate your carrots. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, and thanks for watching. Till next time.